My name's Mayor Gary Boyer. This is Sonia Jones. Everybody, we start out by giving Sonia a huge round of applause. She organizes this thing 4 times a year where we get the opportunity to recognize people in the community. And it's always a great turnout. And it's always to see how many people in this community get involved, take real pride in the city of Glendora, take pride in our homes. We give back to our neighbors and to the community. So it's always just such a great turnout, and it's a great evening. I want to make some introductions. First off, Mayor Pro Tem Mendel Thompson. He's representing the council. Tonight is also the State of the Schools address tonight over at Citrus College. So when we have conflicting events, we sort of have to split things up. So we sent him over there tonight. So he's not with us, but we have Councilmember Karen Davis is here. Councilmember Michael Alois and Councilmember David Friedenau. So we're going to start out tonight with winners of the Water Conservation Poster and Slogan Contest. So we want to ask Justin, Dave, and Mondo if you guys want to come on up to make some presentations. The City of Glendora Water Division held their 10th annual poster and slogan contest to increase awareness of the importance of water conservation. With all the rain we still had, it's still important that we all conserve water because it's not going to last forever. A call for nominations went out to all 4th through 6th grade students in Glendora to submit clever slogans or drawings that encourage us to save water. We are grateful to the teachers of each of the classrooms who participated and partnered with the city to learn about the importance of conserving water in a fun and creative way. So at this point, you guys are going to announce the winners and bring them up here. Okay, great. Go for it, Mondo.
Thank you very much. All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mayor Royer. My name is Armando de Jesus. I work in the water conservation section for the city of Glendora. And out of all the programs that we have in the city, the poster and slogan contest is, to me, is very special. It actually allows us to communicate with the kids and show our message that conserving water should be our top priority right now. And we've had multiple teachers and over the years actually participating and helping us out, bringing awareness by having their students submit posters to us. So in previous years, we would actually have our water division staff vote for all these posters. This year we decided to switch things around. We actually had every single City of Glendora staff member vote for these posters. So we had hundreds of votes for these. So out of 10 classes, 10 classes participated. Majority of them were 4th and 5th graders. We did not receive any 6th graders participation this year, unfortunately. There were a total of 283 posters received. So out of these, we picked 11 with the top 11 picks. So as I call out everyone's names and they go around and receiving their certificates, shaking everyone's hand, if they do not mind actually standing in line right here, so at the end we could get a group photo. All right. So we'll start with our first place winner, CHERYL WANG from Cullen Elementary. All right, second place winner goes to CUEVAS from Washington Elementary. Third place winner goes to NOUVEAU Rice from Cullen Elementary. Our third place winner goes to, I'm sorry, the next award goes to the best slogan winner. One of the changes to this program in the past couple of years is to recognize students not only for their artistic skills, but what's actually of the words that are being placed on the actual posters themselves. So we end up using the slogan with a lot of our giveaways, promotional items. We put them in our shirts as well, that city employees walk around and use them as well. So this year's Best Slogan Award goes to Kyle BANZUELA from Southern Elementary. And his slogan is, water is not a luxury, but but a necessity. All right. Someone's excited. All right. So we normally do 6 honorable mentions, but this year we've had so many awesome posters that we decided to add one more and recognize one more. So we have a total 7 recognitions this year. So we'll start with the first one, Nico Tarzia from Cullen Elementary. Next award goes to Ryan Green from Sellers Elementary. And Ryan could actually not make it tonight. Next award goes to Lucy Ojeda from Sellers Elementary. Next award goes to Elle Effington from Sellers Elementary. Next award goes to Brooklyn Flores, Southern Elementary. Next award goes to Julianna CALICCHIA from Cullen Elementary. And the last award goes to Tyler Lai from Southern Elementary. I do want to say that Taylor's the only 4th grader that actually won this year. So she is representing all of the 4th graders. All right. So the final set of awards tonight is going to recognize our teachers. So we like to honor our teachers by submitting a full class participation, whether they have a winner or not. So starting with Mrs. LaRoche, Washington Elementary. Next award goes to Mrs. Ochoa, Sutherland Elementary. Next award goes to Mrs. Koyumjian from Southern Elementary. And I apologize if I butchered your name. Next award goes to Mrs. Marcos from Southern Elementary. Make sure it's making in. Next one is Ms. Rodriguez from Sellers Elementary. And last one is Mrs. Linthicum, also from Sellers Elementary. Okay. Well, we will make sure to drop those awards to them tomorrow morning. So congratulations to all the winners tonight. I would like to say thank you for coming, supporting our students, and supporting our programs. So thank you very much, everyone. You mind taking a picture?
First off, we always know the good kids in class when they sit up in front, okay? Because usually when I was a kid, and my kids as well, they sat in the back where you're getting in trouble. So love seeing you guys up front. But great job to all of the kids, Glendora schools, Charter Oak schools. They do such a great job getting our kids involved in the community, and it's always appreciated. Next up, we have a Glendora Police Department Auxiliary member recognition for Greg Oberon. Matt, if you want to head up, the Glendora Auxiliary Police was created in 1970 to provide a group of trained, informed volunteers who could be called upon during emergency situations or in the event of a disaster. The Police Auxiliary has evolved into a multitask-oriented program whose success relies on the commitment and unique skills offered by both senior citizens and community-minded individuals. So, Matt, turn it over to you.
Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to tell a story about Mr. Greg Oberon, and he's heard this before, but many of you haven't. For a man who truly gives back to his community, Greg embodies this principle to the core. I'm a product of Glendora Schools, and when I was in high school, I was part of a youth program called, yes. I was part of the older kids group of the DARE program. Now, younger kids in the elementary school age and middle school were taught DARE by Mr. Greg Oberon. He was a police officer for Glendora Police at the time, and he sought out teens we were sophomores and juniors, some of us were seniors, to be role models for DARE examples when he went into the schools. So he recruited me, and I was a junior at the time, and he told me all about what his program was about and took me into the schools. And I got a chance to talk to elementary school kids and told them how to make good choices in life. I wasn't the most scholastic student. I wasn't totally excited about certain elements of the school experience, but I could relate to the pressures that kids felt, and Greg drew that out of me. Flash forward to 1990, I graduated from Glendora High School and found myself applying as a police cadet. The man who sat on the other side of the table who interviewed me for the job was none other than Greg Oberon. Greg was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and moved to California at age 4. Graduated from Monrovia High School, went to PCC, commonly known as Pasadena City College, and Cal Poly Pomona, where Greg got his bachelor's degree. Greg worked for the city of Monrovia for 7 years as a supervisor in the community services department. You see this connection to community engagement already at that point. He worked for the Los Angeles Drug Company as a driver and a warehouse worker and in sales. In '81, he changed his career path and joined Glendora PD. He worked patrol for 7 years and then became a motor officer for 3 years. Then was selected as the Glendora Police Department very first DARE officer. And DARE, for those of you who are a little generational gap from us, DARE was to, Greg, shout it out. What's it stand for? You don't remember? Drug abuse resistance education. It was founded it was a curriculum founded and based by LAPD, and it was designed for officers to get into the schools and to talk about drug abuse, dangers, risks, how to make good, healthy choices, and how to resist peer pressure. Greg taught DARE until the year 2000, and he retired in 2012 after 31 years of service to the city of Glendora. With time on his hands and a heart to volunteer, Greg felt the call to give back, and in 2013 joined our very own Glendora Police Department auxiliary program. And since that time, he's put in over 4,000 hours to the program in our community, doing programs, setting up things, and really being an integral part of everyday life in Glendora. He was also receiving the honor award for the Presidential Service Award. On a personal note, Greg and his wife Lori have been married for 45 years. That is my goal. I love you guys. Thank you. And have 2 children, Tim and Beth, along with 4 grandchildren, Eli, Emily, Maya, and Chloe. Greg and his wife also volunteer with the Southern California Special Olympics, Pomona Valley chapter, and have been doing so for 15 years. I got my start. I got my feet in the door. I got my community engagement bug woven into my heart by meeting this man many years ago, probably 37 years ago now, if my math is right. And I'm grateful to know him. I'm even more grateful that he's honored us to be our volunteer, and I'm happy to award him tonight. Come on up, Greg. Welcome. Say a few words. Keep it short. I'll hook you off, turn your microphone off when it's
Yeah,
time.
my wife already told me I don't do well without a track to run on. But got in trouble once with the department for that because I said something that the press published, and the chief came to me at that time, and I can't remember which chief it was because I worked under 7 different chiefs, I believe. But he said, "You're never going to speak in public ever again." So, at least not to the news press. I really appreciated the time I've spent with Glendora, both as a paid person and as volunteer. It's been 10 years now since I retired, and the joke is that I'll probably die behind the wheel somewhere, and they'll have GPS tracking, so they'll find where I am and they'll find me. But I appreciate everyone that's here this evening, those my family and my friends that did show. I appreciate that very much, and those of you from the department, thank you very much. Appreciate the time. Thank you.
Congrats.
I'm David Friedendahl. I'm one of your council members, and I get the grand distinction and honor to recognize some additional youth in our community. And I'm going to start off with our Adopt a Park program. Glendora has an Adopt a Park program that's designed to involve individuals, local businesses, civic and community service organizations in the beautification and maintenance of Glendora's parks and trails. This can be done by ways of donations, sponsorship, even volunteering to work on a project under the direction of city staff. Some examples may be to remove invasive plant growth, beautify park facilities or hiking trails, donate amenities such as a park bench or plant a tree, even trash receptacles. They can sponsor a major project such as a renovation of our athletic fields or playgrounds, and any wonderful thing that helps benefit the community overall. And tonight we have a couple of different participants. Our first group is a couple of young men from Trail Life, Troop California 2678. And if I may invite them up, we have Max Reinhardt and Logan Locker. Oh, hey, over here. There you go, right there. Trail Life USA was started in 2013. It is a boy-focused mentoring and discipleship organization. Set in the context of outdoor adventure, boys from kindergarten through 12th grade are engaged in a troop setting by mentors where they are challenged to grow in character, understand their purpose, serve the community, and develop practical leadership skills. Similar to other scouting organizations, the boys are encouraged to take on projects to earn awards and badges, then bridge on to the next level. Max and Logan are members of Troop 2678, and along with their dads, they were given trash bags and trash grabbers by our park staff and headed out to Glendora Mountain Road. They spent several hours picking up trash while spending quality time with their dads and fulfilling a step toward a badge. So I'm going to ask you, which badge were you guys working on? Fine, okay. That's good. And you know, you probably learned some. I do that oftentimes too, and what I usually get mad at is I'm picking up after people whose mothers didn't raise them very well and they don't know better than to throw trash out the window. So you're helping people that should know better. Thank you for that. And somehow I have a strong guess that you're going to know better as you grow up and become good characters in our community. So with that, we have a certificate for each of you, commending your service. We have one more that we're going to recognize today, and this is a Boy Scout working on his Eagle Scout rank, and to work on an Eagle Scout rank, you are required to do a rank service project to benefit your greater community. And community is a broad term, but it cannot benefit the Scouts family, and it cannot benefit Boy Scouts. It has to benefit a greater cause. It can be your church, your community, your school, lots of those different things. And tonight's recipient chose to entail a project that involved planning, a great amount of fundraising, putting together a team of fellow scouts and other volunteers and friends. And I think this one also involved some warm days, a lot of digging, some tree plantings, and a great deal of effort. So it's not just a show up one day and do something, but there are many processes. And at the end of the day, it's about this process. So Nicholas Hollander, would you come up, Nick? Nicholas is a member of Scouts BSA Troop 491 here in Glendora. He chose an area across from the Rowley Wilderness Amphitheater in Big Dalton Canyon for his Eagle project. Nick and his team of scouts cleaned an area of invasive Tree of Heaven plant, removed dead stumps, and rusted fencing. They planted 20 coastal live oaks and elderberry shrubs and surrounded each plant with mulch to retain moisture and help control the invasive tree species from growing back. Thanks, Nick, for all your hard work. You and your team have done a great deal to make the Big Dalton Canyon, who I know you're quite fond of, look much better and sustain our growth and our nature. I have a question for you. Have you had your board of review for Eagle yet? Pending, okay, fair enough. With that, we have a certificate.
So this next award, short here, is very special to me. For 23 years, I provided, myself and my company have manufactured parts and equipment for the warfighter. The aerospace industry is a very large corporations, and it was always drilled into us that you take care of the warfighter. Without them, we can't have this. So it's very near and dear to my heart. In 2008, members of the Yellow Ribbon Committee joined the Glendora City Council in these community recognitions events to ceremoniously present military personnel with the banners bearing their names. In 2021, Glendora Community Service Foundation took over the management of the banners program. We are honored to continue this tradition to give public recognition and deep appreciation to those who have served our nation so faithfully. I'd like to introduce and call up members of the Community Service Foundation to share about the banner program and to help present the banners. David Gerber, Howard Hawkins, is he here? He's not. Eric Freaking? Nope. Nope. And Gary and Karen, but your wife's not here. Pluchino. And so would you like to, and then also, as they call up your names or the designated person, please come up and accept the banner.
Thank you, Councilman. My name is David Gerber, and yes, I am a board member for the Community Service Foundation. We are an extension of the Community Service Department here in the city of Glendora. Thank you, council members and Mayor Boyer, for having us here. This is very special to me and to all of us in the foundation, recognizing people that have served in our armed forces and keeping our country safe, and what we do every day make it special. We have two individuals that we would like to recognize, and for those of you who don't know, the banner program was originally started and transferred over to us. It's recognizing those people that are part of the Armed Force Services, and while they are in the service, we have banners going down through the city. You may recognize them on the Grand Avenue in different areas with their names and their Armed Force Services that they represent. And it stays there until they do retire. And at that point, we then come and recognize them here today as a special event. So the first one that we'd like to recognize is Cole Pierce. Cole, please come on up. Cole was a member of the United States Marine Corps. When he retired, he was a staff sergeant. He had one tour of duty. Military awards and decorations that he has achieved are the National Defense Service Medal, the Good Conduct Medal, Global War on Terror Expeditionary Medal, NATO Medal, and Armed Forces Reserve Medal. So, Mr. Pierce, thank you so very much for your service, and we welcome you back to the City of Glendora and to all the future that you have with us. The next individual that we have in our audience today is John ELCHERT. Is John here today? He couldn't make it. Okay. Is there a family member, father? Come on up. John was a member of the United States Navy. When he retired, he was Chief Petty Officer. He had 9 strategic deferment patrols and 3 West Pacific deployments. Military honors and decorations include the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, Navy Meritorious Unit Commendation Medal, Battle E Award, Good Conduct Medal, the National Defense Medal, Global War on Terrorism Medal, Global War on Terrorism Service Medal, Sea Service Ribbon, and Navy Expert Pistol Medal. He was also qualified in submarines and qualified master training specialist in the United States Navy. So to Mr. Elchert and to his family, we again thank you for your service in taking care of our country.
You know, I'd like to have a special thanks to the community service for doing this and taking this on. In the past, it was done by other volunteers within the community, and we collectively suggested that the community service takes this on, and they're doing an amazing job with this. And I couldn't ask for a better team to take this special awards on. They do an amazing job. So thank you, the community service, for doing this this process. Thank you.
Okay, next up, we've got the library youth volunteers that we want to recognize tonight. So first, everybody that's here from the Board of Trustees or the Friends Foundation, Janet and Cindy, come on up. Who do we got? Kathy Boyer from the Friends Foundation. Maggie, come on up and join us. You know I'm not going to let you sit there. Come on up here.
Thank you. I was going to be by myself.
And then Cindy Romero and Janet Stone, our librarian. Last year, the Glendora Public Library received close to 132,000 visitors who enjoyed the many resources, events, programs that the library has to offer. The library staff relies on the assistance of volunteers who help fill the gaps to assist the many patrons that come into the library. Each year, students from Glendora High School come to the library expressing a desire to volunteer. They donate their time while still fulfilling their schoolwork obligations. They provide a wide variety of tasks such as welcoming visitors, assisting people with the public use of computers, which we all need, working library events such as the Trivia Challenge, the Summer Reading Challenge, Homework Buddies to assist elementary students at the library with their homework after school. So with that, Jan, am I turning it over to you? Now it's the volunteers.
All right. So let's see here. We want to say thank you to the following 4 graduating seniors from Glendora High School who have volunteered their time at the library. So please come up when I call your name and remain up front here with us. I should say over there with you. All right. So first off, having volunteered 2 years, we have DELANEY Rosado with us tonight. Thank you very much for your time with us and for the support you give to the community. All right. Next up, volunteered 4 years, we have Miriam Khalil. Is she with us? Thank you to Miriam in absentia. We are so glad that you are here to help us support the public. Also, volunteering 4 years, Nicole Scott. Thank you so much. Finally, also having volunteered 4 years, we have Rajath Manohara. We really are so proud to offer opportunities to the community through library services, and we couldn't do it without the support of many great teams, including our volunteers. So cheers to you for all the years that you have already served, and may you continue to find places that inspire you as you serve in your life to come. Thank you.
Hello, next we get to recognize the Community Beautification Award recipients. The Community Beautification Awards were created to recognize outstanding residential and commercial properties in the areas of landscaping, renovation, and overall appearance. These folks tonight have been recognized and nominated, and so we're very happy for all that they have done to add to the beauty of our community. First, we will recognize, and we invite you to follow along on the screen as well, that we'll have a photo of the beautiful homes, the Soriano residence on CHERYL Avenue. Okay, the Palmer residence on Laurel Avenue, overall appearance. You get a sign that you can display in your yard, in your window.
We just decided that instead of spending our money going on a trip or something this year, we were just going to make our home, where we spend most of our time, more beautiful. Unfortunately, last year we got stuck with a fungus that took our lawn out. It was just terrible. And we just toyed with artificial grass or regular grass. But we love nature. We wanted regular grass. So this is resodded. We put in, actually in January, we put in most of the front landscaping, but we put in the flowers this time. And we had some things that died during the drought. We replaced those. And if you ever come by our house, walk up the driveway, peek in the backyard, because we have a beautiful waterfall, and the backyard is just gorgeous. It's a nice place. You can't get in, there's a gate. So. But we really enjoy our home. Hope you do too.
Next, the Garfious residence on Mountain View Avenue for overall appearance.
What you do. Both not great at public speaking. Yeah, I'm a landscape architect, so plants are really important to me. Luckily, my husband has gotten into it as well, so a lot with the landscaping. Put in artificial turf in the back and the house, and did a bunch of other things too. So resurfaced the pool, lots of improvements to make the house drought tolerant and also safe.
And on Petunia Street, the Sandoval residence. And the next home has a little bit of history. The Page residence on Rainbow Drive, once the home of John Bender. So come on in.
My parents moved into the Bender home in 1977. It's historical landmark, number 11. The house was built in 1883. My dad put his heart and soul in remodeling the home. And there was a giant oak tree that had wood rot and had to be removed, and it sat like a little eyesore, as probably the neighbors could tell you. Anyway, I had Glendora Gardens Nursery design a front yard and use the items I wanted, and my mom just had to deal with it. Thank you. She's very happy to receive the award, and she loves the compliments, so come by and knock on her door and say hi.
What did you say?
They can say hi to you. You're done.
Say hi to me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, all of you, for coming out tonight and wishing us our hard labor. Okay, thank you all.
So now we have invitations to go to the Page residence and the Palmer residence and check things out. So very good. Next, on Washington Avenue, the Brown residence for drought-tolerant landscaping as well. Congratulations.
It's not just drought tolerant, but it's also California native. So my idea was to go with plants that actually grow here, and with that being the case, it's probably the easiest landscaping you'd ever have. And my water bill is fantastic. Thank you.
Well, again, we congratulate all of those who've been recognized tonight for taking the pride and ownership and displaying the beauty and also teaching us what we all could be doing about native plants and drought tolerant. And if you want to nominate someone, we invite you to do so. The nomination forms can be found on the city's website. So if there's a home that you see that you think should be recognized, please go on there, fill it out, and let us know about it. Thank you.
Closing remarks. Always normally the good part of a meeting, but meetings like this, it's always great to get the community together and recognize people. I also always love that the first people that get the beautification award are our guinea pigs, where we say, you want to say a few words, and everybody else is going, oh, God. No. Okay. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. As always, we all take a lot of pride in our community, pride in our neighbors, pride in everything that goes on. That's why we are Pride of the Foothills. So everybody, have a great evening, and thank you for being here.